Hey Dr. Wright, so this is going to be my video submission for our newest Loom assignment for the needs of others. I believe off the top of my head, I want to say it's pages 86 to 145, I think. And I apologize if I'm sniffling or coughing in this video. It's been a whole week, but I said that what I found interesting was the description of political parties and states, especially because it's so present right now with the election coming up. We're seeing a lot of very bold opinions being shared and spoken out and then worshipped by those who follow that political party. And the book stated that when a state is attacked, it is their members who are challenged, not only in their lives, but in the sum of the things that they value most, including the political association that they may have made. And I just thought that that was super interesting and super relevant to my life right now and a lot of other students and even yours. But going to college and then having a former president express his dislike for my new city that I'm still trying to get adjusted to, and then suddenly my life and everyone else's is threatened because of what he said. Someone took that and ran with it, and it was destructive. And yet, even when the craziness calmed down, my life was still just a political debate to people. All of the students that go here, professors even, we were just a big conversation because we live here. Nothing to do with like who we are as people or who we associate with politically. It was just because we are here, we're automatically the villain. And it's very messy. He said, overall, it's disturbing how little we care for one another in this country right now. And as far as that, I feel like it's no longer like looking out for one another or any form of unity whatsoever. We are no longer the United States. Every single one is going head to head and debating each other, and it just feels like a lot more hatred has been spread in the past 4 years than anything I've ever seen. I said I also found her pages of the theory of aggression really interesting. Specifically, reason number 4 is what stood out to me. It says that aggression justifies 2 kinds of violent response: a war of self-defense by the victim and a war of law enforcement by the victim and any other member of international society. And this reminded me a lot of the examples that we talked about in class from films and also in the Wallings book. The idea that anyone can become a victim and the sheer volume of unnecessary force and aggression that is shown to immigrants over the years, I feel has increased to an inhumane level. I also felt connected to number 5, which says nothing but aggression can justify war. And I found this very powerful because I feel like it almost always goes undetected that the whole reason for any war is the hatred and aggression that can stem from simple disagreements. I didn't really like how the discussion about humanitarian intervention was so short, especially with my role in our Model UN being Secretary General. I wanted to have more insight and hear more about how humanitarian aid is included into these types of situations and their likely outcomes. McFall discusses on page 104 the topic that a justifiable intervention must be aimed at dictators for the purpose of putting an end to human rights violations. In this, I was making a connection to the paper that we're writing right now, talking about the disinterest in the government protecting human rights during war or even on the normal day. And then just like the summary of human rights are to be respected always, and yet even our government continues to prove that they don't care about actually protecting their people or listening to us or speaking out for us when we speak out against these violations every day.